So we will study, we're on chapter 11, 11.4, the volume. We're studying the volume. We'll first learn how to calculate the volume of geometric solids, then composite geometric solids, and then the application problems. What is volume? Volume is the measure of the amount of space inside a closed surface. For example, how much tea do you have in your cup? Or what is the space in your closet? How much clothes you can put in that closet? Or how much clothes you can pack and take with you on vacation? The unit is that. A cube that is 1 foot on each side has a volume of 1 cubic foot. So that's the very basic unit that we calculate for volume. A cubic that measures 1 centimeter on each side has a volume of 1 cubic centimeter. Then that's written as 1 cm to the power 3. The unit for the volume is always calculated as the cube. So cm to the power 3, or in the previous example, we had foot to the power of 3. Volume of a solid is the number of cubes that are necessarily can fit inside that solid. So for example, if you look at this rectangular solid, you can fill it in with 24 cubic centimeters because there's 24 cubes that can go inside of that. Now let's study a couple of the basic objects or solids: rectangular solid, cube, a sphere, and a cylinder. These are the only 4 that we're going to study for this course. There's of course a little bit more. For volume, we do need formulas, and as we go forward, I'll talk about the formulas for you. Very first object, rectangular solid. Rectangular solid could be like a shoebox. It could be your cell phone. It could be, what else? You give me an example. As you are letting it lie down on the floor or on the surface, it is sitting on its length and the width, which is the format of a rectangle, and it does have a height. The formula for the volume is very simple. You just multiply L and W and H. Look at this example. If we had our cube, ignore the inches, if we had our cube which had 9 centimeters as its length, 3 centimeters as its width, and 4 centimeters as its height, you would just simply multiply the 4 and 9 and 3. The final answer would have been 108 unit to the power of 3. If it was to be measured in centimeters, the unit would have been centimeter to the power of 3. If we were to use the inches, we would have used inch to the power of 3. These are some mistakes in these PowerPoints that I've got from Nelson. They need to actually change that because this is the Canadian edition. They've changed some of the units and then they've forgotten to change some others. Please forgive them and us. Hopefully we'll get the newer version soon. What is a cube? A cube is a rectangular solid with all the 3 sides, length and width and height, to be equal. So then that's easy. I don't suggest that we use a new formula. Just look at it and multiply it 3 times. 3 by 3 by 3. 27 foot to the power of 3 would be the volume of this cube. Next object or a solid would be a sphere. What's a sphere? The yummiest, the smallest sphere that I know is a 10-bit. The ones that we have a lot in our house are just balls: soccer ball, football, volleyball. These are all that we know. Our planet Earth is a sphere. As you recall, the minute you're dealing with something which sort of have a circle in it, find the radius no matter what. So this is going to be my sphere. First, go ahead and find its radius. From the very, very center all the way to the surface is going to be its radius. The formula for the volume, a little bit complicated. Please memorize it. Volume is going to be 4 over 3 pi r3. Let's do it in an example. If you want to find the volume of this sphere who has the radius to be 2 inches, we put it into the formula: 4 over 3 pi radius to the power of 3. Do you remember the circumference? 2 pi r. We had r to the power of 1. Do you remember area of a circle? Pi r squared, r to the power of 2. For the sphere, we have 4 over 3 pi r, 3 r to the power of 3 for the volume. So first, we're going to write this one down. For pi, you can write down 3.14 or the fraction format of 22 over 7. So we're going to plug in the value of pi and the radius. Next step, we're going to calculate this first. 2 to the power of 3, 27. We multiply it by 3.14 and then that. So first calculate R3 for us, then go ahead and calculate that. How do you put it into your calculator? 4 times 3.14 times 8, the whole thing divided by 3. You can do the division at the very, very end. If you do it right at the beginning, make sure you press equal and then multiply by these two. So once more, can you punch it in the calculator? 4 times 3.14 times 8, eventually divide by 3, press equal, almost 33.49. I don't like the M there. If that's inch 3, that's inch 3, right? It's not going to be M3 all of a sudden. That's a mistake here. Please feel free to stop the video. I talk a little bit fast so that the video is not very big that I'm uploading to YouTube or on eCentennial. So make sure that you pause the video wherever necessary. Let's go to the next solid. Volume of a cylinder. Volume of a cylinder. A cylinder is pretty much the cup that you're using. Is the some pencil cases are like that, right? So what you're going to see is that they're sitting in their bases, right? They're sitting at their base, and their base is a radius, and then they have a height. The formula for them is pi r2. Do you recall what pi r2 was? Area of a circle, right? Area of the base times the height. Let's look at it in a numerical example. If we have a shape who has the radius of 3 and the height of 8, here's how it works. Pi r2h. Pi r2h. Pi times, calculate radius to the power of 2 first, multiplied by height. The answer is going to be 226.08. If they're centimeters, the unit's going to be centimeter to the power of 3. At this point, I'm going to show you the question. You're going to pause, you're going to solve it, then you're going to check your answer with mine. Find the volume of a rectangular solid with a length of 3, width of 1.5, and a height of 2 feet. So pause the video, solve it. First off, you're going to write down the formula for us. Formula to calculate the volume of a rectangular solid is LWH. On your test, it's mandatory that you write down the formula that you're using. Next step, plug in the values. Length is 3, so it's going to go instead of the L. Width is 1.5, you're going to replace it instead of the W. Height is 2, you're going to write down 2 feet. We're going to go, just multiply them all together. There we go, 9 foot to the power of 3, or 9 cubic feet. Watch the next video for the composite geometric solid.